Okay, our flight's been requested. I'll go ahead and throw up the wind conditions and flight briefing on the screen. I won't bore you with too much stuff. Let's just go ahead and get flying. Today we're going to be flying over an old railroad converted into a fishing pier. All right, we're going to go ahead and calibrate here. Okay, calibration's good. Takeoff permitted, 16 satellites, perfect. Go ahead and take off again. See if we can get actually up to 400 feet this time. Okay. Let's get out away from the pier a little bit, so we're not flying over any people. I won't go too high so we can get a good view of the pier. Perfect. Alright, that's much better. Now this is actually an old railroad that ran all the way out to Boca Grande. Since been converted to a fishing pier, public fishing pier. It was built in 1911. And it was built so they could mine sulfate and carry supplies. And then that was stopped in the 80s. I believe 81, and then it was converted to a fishing pier in 83. But it's a very long railroad that goes out into the intercoastal here. And a really cool thing to fly through or over. As you can see, a lot of it is derelict. Not having any trouble with wind or anything right now. No strong wind warnings. Morning. How are you? Good. How are you doing? Good. And pretty cool to see from the sky. A popular fishing spot out here. And on our right side, that's actually the Boca Grande Causeway, which is another cool bridge. The only way to get to Boca Grande, other than by boat, of course, or the air. And we'll just see how far along this bridge we can make it. I'm kind of keeping it a little bit low right now so we can get a good view of the bridge. Like I mentioned before, we don't have a height restriction. Well, you know, just the normal 400 feet. We're not in a controlled airspace right now. Here's another place where boats pass through on the pier. And I'll stop over here and give a little 360. So we can get a decent view of the area. Try not to go too fast, but yep, on the right here, Boca Grande Causeway. That's back the way that we've flown. And we've flown about 4,900 feet now. And on the right, we can see our sunrise, which is very bright. We can't see too much. Actually, let's go ahead and look straight down as well, since we're here. This is a little area boats pass through. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. Lots of people coming fishing out here on the pier and on boat. It's definitely a very nice day to be out on the water. It's a really nice temperature right now. My GoPro battery was a little bit low, so hopefully it doesn't die, but no one really cares about the footage down here. It's all about the footage up there. Weak signal, adjust antennas. I'm not getting any prompt from the app as far as which direction to point. Oh, might that be a dolphin there that I saw? Or my eyes just playing tricks on me? Alright, so it looks like we've lost connection. Oh, there we go, and it's back. I'll try to get away from these people because I don't want to bother them too much. Oh well. Gain some altitude, maybe that might help. I'm going to cancel the return to home again. There we go. The altitude did seem to help. And I can definitely feel some strong wind there. Oh yeah, you can really see I'm definitely being pushed by the wind. I'm going to push on though. I don't actually have a strong wind warning from the app. And we still have good bars. That altitude really did seem to make the difference. Probably just a few obstructions in the way. And we'll see if we can keep flying this direction. Because if I could fly all the way down the bridge to Boca Grande, that would be pretty cool. I've never seen this whole bridge from the air. And we're not flying above any people or property. And I think I'll also turn around at 60% battery since we will be fighting a wind a little bit, just to be extra safe. So I think we'll be able to make it all the way to Boca Grande and back. And that's awesome. Morning.
Hi.
Gaining a little more altitude. We're at 200 feet right now. Still pushing on like a champ. We're 8,400 feet away right now, so we're doing pretty well. And I lost video signal there. I'm still flying via the GPS. I'm going to cancel, return to home. There we go, got some signal back. And looks like we made it to Boca. That is really cool. I didn't think we were going to make it that far. And we have 62% battery. Amazing. Oh, there we go. We actually got a strong wind warning. That's the first warning we got. We are a little bit higher, so that might be making a difference in the wind strength. I lost video signal again. Still flying via the GPS. We have 15 satellites locked in. I'm going to cancel, return to home. And cancel again. And we are at that 60%, which I said I'll return to home. But I'll give you a little view of Boca Grande here. And I'd like to fly out by the lighthouse, the Boca Grande lighthouse, which is a pretty famous landmark out here. And I'll definitely do a flight sometime out there. Really cool. But we'll go ahead and turn back now. Because like I said, we are fighting a slight wind on the way back. Although we're not really seeing in the speed much influence by the wind. We're still maintaining 17 miles per hour. And we were just over 9,300 feet just now. So that is pretty far. That's almost 2 miles. That's really good. Fantastic range. And you know, we didn't have any chance of damaging people or property since we're just over the water. And this derelict bridge, which there are no people on. The fishing pier ends, I don't know, probably about 400 feet out, and after that it's all derelict, no people. I lowered the altitude a little bit because of that strong wind warning. And right now I'm not really feeling anything as far as wind. gonna take it up a little bit more again and see if we get that warning still. Actually lost signal a bit again. Keep getting that return to home transmission. And we got our signal back, perfect. And I was just flying via the GPS map. It's definitely breaking up a bit. This could be a time to break out the signal booster, but honestly, there's not too much point for me when we already flew to that 60% battery mark that I wanted to. I don't really want to fly any further than that. Definitely a lot of signal breakup right now. As you can see by my screen, I just got signal back just now. And everything is looking super cool. I'll go ahead and pitch the gimbal down a little bit. You can get a view of the boats and the bridge. And I don't know if you can tell, but I am fighting the wind right now for sure. So I'm going to bring it down. We're only flying at about 16 miles per hour. And usually we would be flying at 17, 18. I'm definitely very happy that we turned around early. %, battery. Doing good. I'm going to bring the drone down even more, and hopefully there's less wind. There we go. There's definitely less wind down here, as far as I can tell. We're just over 3,600 feet away now. 37% battery. Bring the drone down more in altitude. Try and negate some of that wind. We have good signal now. And we're still flying against the wind because we have about a 16 mile per hour speed. 34% battery. I'm doing well. We'll keep gradually bringing it down. I can really feel that wind. I'm surprised. And we're pretty close now. We're just over 1,700 feet away. And we're flying 60 miles per hour. So we are still fighting the wind. Continue to come lower. 29% battery. I am really glad that I turned around when I did. 27% battery now. Just over 1,000 feet away. So we're doing well. Plenty of battery to make it home. But wow, that was actually, did get a little bit sketchy for a second there. I'll admit, I was a little bit worried. But that's why we turned around when we did. Just to make sure. You can actually hear the drone now. So that's a good sign. And we'll keep flying in. All right, awesome flight. Awesome job. We made it back. Cool. I'm gonna take line of sight flight now and bring it down. Very nice. Cool. Another awesome flight from the Mavic Mini. Got a little hairy, a little windy out there. We got some awesome views, and got a really good view of the old railroad, now turned fishing pier.
How far does that thing go?
I went all the way to Boca Grande just now.
Really?
Shit.
Yeah.
I was wondering,
What kind
you're
of
looking,
signal you
and
gotta
you
have to
see
do
it
that?
on there?
Yeah, I have like you can't really see it now, but like a live video feed through here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was
What are
all
you
the way out
looking
there.
at?
What's that?
What are you looking at
Just
when you're
the
flying?
shoreline and just.
I was just going down the pier. Or
You
the.
can see pretty well,
or-
like.
Yeah, I can show you what I can see
question
actually.
would be, could you see fish? If you
Probably,
flew,
yeah,
if
I'm
you
sure
flew
you
about
could.
20 feet off the pier, you know.
You totally could. Here,
I
I'll
bet
show you.
We would see them. So
What
we
we
were talking
see.
about, because when you walk, obviously you walk up on them, you spook them, you scare them. But we're like, if you had a drone, you could see, you could fly down there and look to see if they're even down there before you walk down there. Save yourself the trip.
Yeah, I'll show you what we could see. So, like,
Check that out, man.
Yeah, you're way up in the air, too.
yeah.
that's what kind of thing you can see. I mean, you could
Yeah.
definitely go lower than that, but
Right.
That's super cool.
let me see if I can make it turn around so you can see the big thing. I don't know why it's not
That's
turning.
really cool.
Oh,
Wow,
there
you
we go.
flew that far without it.
Yeah, and then I flew all the way out to, let's see.
Oh yeah, look how clear the water is, Jack, and how good
Yeah.
it looks.
I mean, I think people do use these for fishing,
They
especially
do.
this one, yeah.
I saw
I was just
some
amazed
videos.
at the range. You went all the way to
Yeah,
Boca
that's
Grande.
crazy. I didn't know it could go that far.
Yeah, okay, there we go. There's Boca Grande right there. I turned
yeah.
around. I got all the way to the
Yeah.
mainland and then turned
Came
around.
back, yeah.
Yeah, so right there I was 9,500 feet away.
Wow.
So almost 2 miles.
Wow.
Pretty far.
nice.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
crazy,
I
right?
didn't realize they had that kind of range.
That's
Yeah.
cool as hell.
Yeah, and this one's not even expensive. This one's just $400 for that guy. Which in comparison to the, I mean, it's kind of expensive, but in comparison to the
Not
other
really.
drones.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's not
Bugs.
bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
I bought
like
about
that on my
$20 and
boat.
crashed it for a few months, maybe.
Yeah, that's what it, just this guy right here.
That's
Real
gotta be,
light.
Camera on it's amazing.
how long did it take
Yeah.
you to fly it that good?
Not long. I mean, it's a GPS drone, so like if you are worried about getting home, it will fly itself home. There's a button on the remote, just return to home.
Nice.
And it's really easy to fly. It's very stable.
Yeah,
Um,
that's cool shit right there.
yeah.
Pretty well,
We
man.
could definitely, yeah.
And
you know,
it folds up like that, huh?
Yeah, it folds out like this to be full size. And then
you could watch it. You get a kick out of it on YouTube. Is Google catching tuna with a drone. If you've
Oh, yeah?
seen it, it's an
Yeah.
awesome video.
That's pretty cool.
But cool, man. That's something I want too. I just told you. We were just talking about that. I
Yeah.
want one to wear while we're fishing, the GoPro,
Mhm.
so you see what I see when that
We're
big
fighting
fish.
it.
Yeah, and you see the fight happen, and I was like, it would be cool,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
to be able to watch it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Excellent, man.
Yeah, and you could point the gimbal straight down. You can control it, so you could look like straight down at the
I
fish.
can't believe how good that thing can see from that little camera, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy. I mean, it's tiny.
It's a 2.7K camera, which is really high resolution.
Yeah. Oh, it was.
It's
it
good
looked
quality.
like something
Yeah.
from TV. when
Yeah.
they were
Pretty
showing us.
cool, man.
Right
I
on, man.
just was amazed at how far it flew because
The whole thing's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you guys too. Local fisherman approved. Remember, like if you want to and subscribe if you feel like it. Got more videos coming out. If you enjoyed that, stick around. I've got a lot more cool areas in Florida to explore. And I'll catch you in the next one.